So, I decided to watch a movie I wouldn't usually watch on my own. I was expecting a cheap knockoff of Multiverse of Madness, but instead, I got what was possibly the best movie of 2022. Now, I know everyone knows what I'm talking about, and I'm pretty late to the party. But I wanted to talk about it anyways, even if only for a little bit. Because as everyone knows, this movie is a masterpiece of cinematography and storytelling. Like, even if you didn't know much about it, you can't go into this movie and not cry at the end. That's how special this movie is. But before we get into it, I just want to say that this movie is one of those movies that I just can't sell to anyone while doing it justice. So I encourage you to watch it on your own. But if you still need more convincing, then keep watching. But yeah, everybody knows what movie I'm talking about, and it's Everything Everywhere All at Once. This movie took me on a roller coaster of emotions, and that's not saying it lightly either. There were scenes in this movie that I never even thought could make me tear up. Some of these scenes feel like a fever dream, but they somehow packed so much emotion and thought-provoking narrative that somehow works really well with the overall mind-bending reality of the situation. And then, there were scenes that were just straight up hilarious that slaps you out of nowhere. Like, there were many points in the movie where I would be immersed in the narrative, the next I would be having a good laugh, and before I knew it, I would already be back engrossed in the whole overarching plot of the story. All of it shouldn't have melded together so well, yet it did, and that's something truly special. And man, I'm trying not to spoil any of the scenes I'm talking about, because even if I were to say what literally happens on some of these scenes, those of you who haven't watched it would think that it's just stupid. Like, don't get me wrong. I said in the beginning that this movie is a masterpiece of cinematography and storytelling. And I know that a lot of people like to throw that word around. A lot. Because even I did, a little bit back then. And in my previous videos as well. But there were definitely many factors to testify how phenomenal of a movie this is. And one of them is just how well written the characters are. The main cast of characters in this movie each has such a unique role in the film that sometimes you won't even guess this character was actually that important. But of course, the characters wouldn't come to life so well if it weren't for the actors behind each character. No matter how well written the characters are on paper, if the actor can't even act it out, then it'd be useless. And thankfully, they delivered on this aspect. Another factor as to why this movie was so good is the cinematography. And there's definitely been a lot of movies over the past years with great cinematography overall. But Everything Everywhere has probably some of the best shots in a movie I've seen in a while. But not only that, the shots that were taken actually felt refreshing to see. I wouldn't say it was new or innovative, but it works so well with the whole concept of the movie that it felt refreshing. Sometimes it was simple, but even those simple shots brought out so much of the narrative that it gets you more and more engrossed in this movie. The colors, the symbolism, the direction, all of it was given so much consideration and thought that you can easily just watch the movie and be at awe at just how perfectly they filmed everything. The last aspect I wanted to talk about in this video could be interpreted in a lot of ways. and there's probably already over 100 different videos of this particular subject alone. And that's the underlying message of this movie. Now, while I'm not an expert with interpreting all the finer details of this movie to give anyone a concrete answer as to what this movie was all about, what I can say is that this movie had reminded me of something important. And that was to appreciate all the little things in life. It's such a simple concept to value everything and anything in life, even the smallest things. But Everything Everywhere tells that in such a unique way that I only realized it after the movie ended. Sometimes, instead of treating life as if nothing matters, what if you treated it where everything in life would matter? Not just focusing on the bigger picture in your life, like your future, your life goals, and all that. But even things like thinking about what you would eat for breakfast, or what YouTube video you're gonna watch tonight. Maybe you could even find the greatest joy in thinking about who you're gonna talk to tomorrow. It's a lesson that everyone has probably heard somewhere before, but not many people actually think about it this deeply. And I just wanted to share that with you. I think people would find different things that they got out of that movie, and this was mine. If you made it this far into the video, then again, I highly recommend you to watch Everything Everywhere all at once. I can keep praising this film however I want, but I assure you, seeing is better than believing. Anyways, yeah, I got a little philosophical there at the end, but I wanted to get my thoughts across no matter what. Also, I know I haven't been uploading all that much these past few months, and that's just entirely on me. I'm still new on this stuff, but I'm learning as I go. And again, I'll try my best to post videos more often, especially since the holidays are over. But yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel. It'll help me make more videos like this in the future. But until then, see you guys next time.